Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Cortech Adrenaline 2.0 jacket available at RevZilla.com. So really what we're seeing across the board from Cortech is an update in style. And for the Adrenaline 2.0, this is going to be a much more modern, refined look. We're seeing much cleaner lines with this, and this is taking Cortech to a new contemporary level. Now, the one thing you'll notice is you're still going to have that rubberized Cortech TPR there. That's the only thing that I wish they would have just gotten rid of altogether. But I love how they have the Cortech across the chest, and now these colors are going to play quite nicely for the top of the line leather within their line. Remember, the Adrenaline 2.0 is that top of the line sport leather piece coming in around the $375 mark. You are going to have perforation, so you can push it into the warmer months of the year, but this is going to be that sport jacket. Think spring, summer, and fall. Probably not something you're going to want to push into the winter months. Now, sizes will range from a small up to a 3XL. High-vis Brian on my left-hand side stands at 6 foot, weighs in at 195 pounds, and has a 42-inch chest when you measure him all the way around. He is currently wearing a large, and this correlates perfectly with Cortech's size chart. So you should have no surprises as long as you're using their size chart to find the right size for you. And there are 4 different colors available. Brian is wearing the high-vis in blue with the black to this. So really kind of sporty, aggressive colors that work with this new style. Now, like I mentioned, this is that top-of-the-line leather piece from Cortech sitting around the $375 price point with the more aggressive pre-curve to the sleeve that we're seeing over the other version. This is going to be that sport jacket. So this is for those of you out there in more of that sport tuck style position. Think naked sport bikes to full-on sport bikes for this particular piece. Now, as we start with the top, we work our way down. A little bit of refinement of the collar. You're going to see some neoprene working along the back, and you are going to have new shoulder sliders with a little bit more of a slimmed down look to this. Armor in this is now going to be a Knox CE Level 1 armor at the elbows, shoulders, as well as the back, so it does upgrade you to that full-on back protector. As you work your way down the arms, you're going to have a bit of a stretch material on the inside. This is going to give you that nice range of motion. Freedom of movement when you're on the sport bike is going to be key, and this is really going to help aid with that. Now, the leather you're going to see is a combination of full 1.1 to 1.2 grade cowhide, mix of perforation as well as non-perforated leather. Working its way down the arm, you will notice that you do have that full zip entry to this, and it is a full split cuff. I like this. One of my favorite leather jackets is going to be done with this, and I can fold it back. It just gives it a little bit of extra airflow. In the summer months, I can feel you trying to hold my hand there, you psycho. And as we work our way down the front, you are going to have that massive amount of perforation in the chest, Cortech across the top or across the chest as well, and then hand warmer pockets down the inside. Brian, go ahead and face sideways, strike the rider position. Now, my biggest nitpick with this is the way that they've done the perforation all the way to the seam. They did not stop the perforation, and it's not that this is in an impact zone, so I'm not worried about this from a safety standpoint, but it really doesn't look great at all. So you can see it's kind of pulling up as it gets in the seam, where some of those little perfs are kind of ripped there. I would have loved to have just seen them stop that perforation, maybe about a 1/4 of an inch away from the seam, but that's really my only nitpick from a styling perspective. Now, you are going to get increased accordion stretch, which is going to work all the way to the top of the shoulders, all the way down underneath the arm, around the chest, accordion stretch at the back of the arms, and again, revised elbow sliders as well. But really what impresses me is that new accordion stretch pattern. Like I said, really it's range of motion that you want when you're out there on a sport bike, and this gives it to you in spades. As we work our way down, accordion stretch at the waist with the Velcro adjuster there. And Brian, you can go ahead and face backwards for me. Starting with the top, you can see that neoprene that I was talking about, the collar earlier, working its way all the way across the back. This is going to be more of a sport hump, not a full-on race hump, blacked out, reflective with the Cortech, and you can see the revised lines on the back. So again, it's really that contemporary look, full grain leather, you have that perforation in the back, and it just looks 100% better than the old version. It's really taking Cortech into that new style, a little more contemporary drop seat to this Cortech embossed throughout the leather, and that drop seat will be able to zip together if you want to match this up with a pair of Cortech leather pants. There is an 8-inch connection zip as well as a full connection zip included with this jacket. And Brian, you can face forward and unzip for me, and on Velcro unzip. When we take a look at the inside of this, the one thing you will note, there is going to be a 60-gram thermal liner. Like I said, spring, fall, summer, not something you want to push into the winter months, but with the vest liner, the thermal vest on this, you can get away with pushing this into the cooler months of the year. And Brian, actually, hold that side open for me. and just give me a little bit of an unzip here. The one thing I do want to note is that you have a pass-through on the vest, but you are going to have a little bit of extra storage on the inside of this, and the inside of that jacket will be mesh lined as well. So even if you're just wearing this with a t-shirt, the way that Brian is, you're still going to be nice and comfortable. And you, my friend, may go ahead and zip up. So for those of you out there that are already using Cortech, this is going to be a simple upgrade to the Adrenaline 2.0. You're getting a much more stylized piece, and you're getting, definitely more of an aggressive cut to this. So you are going to have a little bit more of an aggressive sleeve, which is going to hold you down in that tuck position a little bit more. So just keep in mind, it's really about this style of bike that you're riding when you're looking at something like the Adrenaline 2.0. And there's a lot of riders out there that are already utilizing Cortech. And if you want to hear more about what those riders have to say, now would be the time to click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting the Adrenaline 2.0 through its paces. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks, you can always give them a shout at 877-792-9455, or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Cortech Adrenaline 2.0. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.